Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on my client. I am just trimming down those tips using my magnets that are available on my website. I'm going to be dehydrating with the OPI dehydrator, which is the Bond-Aid, and also I'm going in with my Tammy Taylor primer. I only work one hand at a time, so I will dehydrate and prime all 5 fingers and lay my application before I move on to the next hand. When laying my application, I do go in with a thin coat of Speed Clear by Young Nails. I feel like this helps with retention, but not only that, for your client's next fill, if they want to remove that color that we put on the nail, then you're able to have that clear to thin down too, to take that off instead of having to do a full soak off. So I'm just going to continue laying this clear down, and then I'll be back on the next step. For our next step, we're going in with Cherry Blossom by Young Nails. This is my favorite color, pink. Highly recommend getting it if you do not have it. I'm going to go ahead and lay that bead down and let that flow to the free edge. I'm just keeping all of that acrylic into that center point of the tip and working down from these sides and pulling from the center. So tapping it where it needs to go and pulling it on down. Once you get to that free edge, you're just going to wet your brush and tap off any excess acrylic that you did not use, and then you're going to go in with your next bead. When picking up your next bead, you want to place it right above where you last placed your bead, and then you're going to tap out that back side, make sure that's nice and flush back there, and then you're going to lift all the product up to that center point, and you're going to start working the bead down to the free edge just as we did before. Once you do that, you're going to tap off the excess and remove it, and you're going to go in with your cuticle bead. For your cuticle bead, you want to lay your bead down, bring the product up to the center, push it up near the cuticle. You want to take the tip of your brush and tap it into place, and you want to make sure your sidewalls are nice and covered. You're going to start tapping in your apex region. Once you're happy with it, you can pull the rest of that acrylic down the nail. You want to make sure your cuticle area is nice and clean, so just wipe right around it. And then you're going to add any extra beads in that you need to make sure you have a smooth foundation. Once you do that part, then you're done with application and you can move on to your next nail. After you've done your application on all 10 fingers, we're going to get into our filing routine. I'm going in with my cuticle cone bit. It is available on my website, and I'm going around the cuticle region. As you can see, this bit fits perfectly inside there, and it just gets in all those nooks and crannies and allows you to seal it in perfectly. This part is important because it helps prevent lifting, and it allows you to get super close into there, and it is a safety bit so it won't cut your client, which you don't have to worry about. But make sure you guys are not skipping this step. If you do skip this step, that's why sometimes you see your clients lifting even before they have left your chair. The next bit I'm going in with is my 5-in-1 fine carbide bit. This bit comes in the color purple as well as rose gold, and it is used to debulk and smooth your application. As you can see, I'm carving out my C-curve region and getting that all nice and shaped, as well as I'm going to shape up my sides and get any excess acrylic that I do not need off. This bit is a time saver because it alleviates all of that extra hand filing that you have to do. As you can see, it's just smoothing everything out, and it will allow me to take it off without having to do it with my hand file. I'm taking a 100/100 grit hand file, and I'm going to be shaping up the nail now. So when doing my shaping routine, I will work from side to side and do equal amounts of strokes on each side to avoid overfiling one side. So after I get done doing that, I will straighten out the end and make sure everything looks nice and in shape. And I will file these sides to blend out any harsh lines that I have created with my hand file. And that is all I do for my shaping. I'm going in with my fine grit sanding band, and I'm just using this bit all over the nail just to smooth and buff it out. I'm going to clean off the nails with some alcohol, and these are how they look, all nice and shaped. I'm going to go in with my top coat. I use the one from Koopa. It is one of my favorite top coats to use. Definitely try it if you do not have it. I'm just going to top coat all 10 fingers, and then we're going to start by painting on our Frenchies. When doing my Frenchies, I always start out with the white gel polish, and I will paint that about halfway up. And then I'll take my nail art brush kit and get the 15mm liner brush and go in and perfect those lines to make them really sharp. And that's how I do my Frenchies. So we're just going to do that on all 10 fingers, and then I'll be back with our next design. With that same 15mm liner brush, we are going to be drawing out our cherries. I'm using 430 by D&D just to draw out those cherries. And we're just gonna draw little drips at that bottom, and we'll do that on both fingers. Once you have your cherry base done, we're going to take 748 by D&D and draw out our stems. Make sure you add your little leaf in there and just do that on both of the cherries. I'm taking Lights Out by Nails by Deb, and I'm going to outline the cherries in black. Don't forget to add a little highlight to your cherries. I'm just using Whiteout by Nails by Deb just to add those highlights in. After you finish your cherries, you are ready for top coat. I am using the Koopa top coat. We're just going to top coat all 10 fingers, and we'll go into adding some bling. I'm using my rose gold diamond picker and Zulay bling adhesive, and we're going to lay our gems down. And as we're finishing our set, I did want to give a shout out to Notpolish for always giving beautiful inspo pictures to recreate. These are how mine turned out. I think they turned out so beautiful. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all my social medias. Bye guys!